from the shadows, yeah, we scare them all. Yeah, we're getting high. Golden wings with the golden eye. High and low, celestial rise. Soul star majesty.
Welcome, Sheila.
Let's fly. As we travel through the portals in the sky. Back to life.
Welcome, Kaz. Dreamwalker. I think I saw Mama Rose. Oh, who's that?
Come alive, up from the void. Fire in my chest, the pressure on my name. But I move like I'm blessed. Never bow to the way. Never fold to the stress. I'm a lion in the stars. Never fucking trial or test. The shadow work deep.
Charging the field.
Every
rose. 29 roses. Thank you.
Every scar that I carry is a blade in the fight. Every loss that I took, I turned my soul into might. Golden codes in my veins, and I was born with the key. Lyric tribe in my blood, yeah, they ride with me. So star majesty, can't deny what I be in the storm and the calm. I'm the land and the sea. When I rise, whole systems they got up and to the sound. I'm the crack in the matrix, dismantled to the ground. Every lyric that I speak, brick by brick, but tall, temple damn profound. Like in the dark, where the lost get found. As the travelers shifting the plains on the low.
Welcome.
Turn the thought to flame, watch your cosmic glow. I done battle with the shadow till I rose from the bottom of my wings, my made a go. Watch them level up and like grow. I am more than a man, I'm the code, the sign. Every bar received from a god in his prime. Never ending the story, infinite design. You can cage the body, but my soul still shine. Mighty Lorenzo, we on the ground. Came from the shadows, yeah, we scare them all. Yeah, we're getting high.
I thought the song was fitting.
Golden wings.
Welcome, Balloon Rose. I like that.
Golden eye. High and low, celestial rise. Soul star majesty. Let's fly. As we travel through the portals in the sky. Back to life. Nova off inside. As I come alive. Come alive.
Oh my gosh. Welcome, beautiful soul tribe. Neptune and Aries. 2026 to 2039, family. This is probably my third video on this topic. I'm excited. Ooh, a song wanted to play. Okay. We'll do it. We'll do it for you. Yes. Love that. Yeah, right there. Yep. Yes, it does. Trina said it relaxes the vibe completely or quickly. Yep. I like it. So this is Neptune and Aries 2026 2039. A lot of us are ahead of the time. We were waiting for such a time as this. Ashe, 11 in the room. Welcome, Miranda. Did I say hi to you, Emerald? You guys gotta let me know if it glitches. I'll be so hurt if I go watch the live and it glitches and no one told me. It'd be the biggest pain. That and the fact that someone will share my stuff and I get off the live and they only shared it with me. I'll be like, damn. Howdy. All right, so let's get into this. No more procrastinating. I'm about to get real militant with this, like you guys like it. Okay? A lot of us, we're excited for this. So Neptune and Aries, identity compression, belief underload, authority return to the body. The body. You have many bodies, many minds. Terra Nova, stewardship. This is what we're going to be getting into, family. This is the introduction. We did a field calibration, and I want to welcome you not to a show, not to a damn lesson, not to an idea. I want to welcome to a moment of shared coherence. Welcome, Star Commanders, Big Steppers, planetary node holders and signal keepers, system stabilizers. By now, you know what these words literally mean, okay? Literally. You can literally break it down. Yeah, because you're that motherfucker, okay? And those who have learned to stay present while the whole world stopped making sense, okay? If you're here right now, it's not a coincidence, okay? All your intellect, even if you're my biggest gang stalker waiting by my phone, listen to me. If you're here right now, it's not a coincidence. But it's also not destiny in the dramatic sense. You are here because you have stayed regulated when reference points collapse. A lot of us had reference points in our lives that have collapsed. Now you're a whole reference point, okay? They're going to refer to you. If I were to ever go to like the East Coast, they'd be like, yo, let's refer to him because you can't miss him. You see him? Keep going left for a couple thousand light years. He's so big, so massive. Damn. His energy takes up all this room. So you're kind of a reference point. You're kind of a node. Kind of monumental. Kind of a big deal. Trina said dick. Okay? But anyways. And you stayed regulated because you didn't need certainty to remain conscious, because when meaning dissolved, Pisces, hello, you didn't rush to replace it. You waited, you listened, and you held. It wasn't the easiest. Okay? This is not a passive situation. This is an advanced situation. Okay? Before we go any further, I want to be clear about what this is and what it isn't. Okay? This is not an activation. Nothing is being turned on. Nothing is being installed. Nothing is being demanded of you. This is a recognition space. A place where those who already learned how to carry awareness in the body can settle into the same field without needing performance, without urgency, without diminishing, degrading themselves, compromising themselves, without needing to even agree. Okay, so I want to welcome you. Take this time, take a deep breath, not to relax, but to let yourself arrive. You want to be here in mind, ready? Body, which is crucial, and spirit. Okay, mind, body, and spirit. Don't neglect yourself. You're not doing me any favors here. Okay, this is for you. Okay, let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let the pace of your thoughts slow just enough for your body to come back online. You don't need to reach for understanding yet. Understanding will come later. Signs for your consciousness, science will always come. Okay? There's just a latency. Just be in the moment, okay? What matters first is the state of being, your state of being. And let's just say you're perfect over there. High five. Hold space then, okay? Because the planet doesn't respond to your little belief, your feelings. It doesn't respond to even intentions. It responds to conditions. I had to learn this the hard way. You can have the best intentions, but you can't even sustain your own life of coherence to hold space for somebody else. You can't even be the father, the mother, the brother, the sister, because you can't even sustain. You can't hold. You're not capable, even though you have the best intent. You don't have the condition, the capacity, okay? So know what this means. The field responds to capacity, condition, not because of feelings, not because it's personal, okay? And the fact that you are here, the fact that you're present, regulated, and listening already says something about the role you've been quietly occupying. Many of you have been doing this work without names for it, okay? Some of you lost residence with the old communities, and you did not rush to replace them either. Some of you felt identity dissolve, and you did not panic. And if you did, that shit was temporal because you were adjusting. Some of you sensed that silence was doing more than speech. That wasn't confusion. A lot of you undergone a calibration. A big deal, okay? We are moving through a time where Neptune is dissolving inherited meaning. Aries, pressurizing. There's that word, pressure, under pressure. It's pressurizing identity. And a lot of us, we have a new version of self. This is a collective self. This is universal. This is oneness. This isn't fragmentation. This is waking up in neutrality and peace. This is a whole different ecosystem, you know. The pace is a little slower. You don't need all that money, all the girls, all the toxicity. You happy with yourself. It's a whole new swag. That's right, Mighty. She said a new swag. You got a whole new rhythm, whole new realm, you're a new being. You've been born again through a whole new sound field. You understand? So it's a whole new you. Okay, so anyways. Aries is pressurizing this identity. A lot of you are ahead of your time. You created these arcs. And Aquarius is distributing your intelligence across networks rather than hierarchies. Okay, so you're being distributed left to right, not up and down. You already climbed your Mount Meru. You anchored yourself in. You're in the sky with me, and we're in the sky together. So now we're going across the whole grid together. Bang, 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 running it up. Okay, this isn't about hierarchies. That is a very low, undeveloped. I'm trying to think of a word that stings, but it's not so like underdeveloped. That's an underdeveloped, juvenile. Well, what's it? A toddler way, a baby way of thinking. Okay. The only time you're looking up or looking down or looking up is because you need support, right? But a lot of you can support yourself. Your structure. This is a planetary structure. Okay. Which means this moment isn't about becoming something new. It's about holding what is already online cleanly. Okay, a lot of you, okay, you're not here to be convinced. You're not here to be saved. You're not here to carry anyone else. You are here because the network functions best when those who can regulate under pressure take their fucking seats. When I say seats, okay, I mean throne. You're high cymatic. A lot of you have been on your throne. You've been holding it. Okay? You've been holding coherence, been holding space. Because of that, the network and the system can relay. It can relay the information in the network. It's kind of like me kicking you in your foot. By the time the signal gets to your brain to even know what happened, that's the nervous system. That's the same nervous system that's connected to the planetary grid. Literally not the same mycelium network. Literally. This ain't feelings or church. You need to know this. More than know this, it's better be a principle in your damn life. This is literally what separates body from disembodied motherfuckers. I like to think I'm with people who yeah. So stay in your body. Let meaning land slowly. Notice what resonates without forcing agreement, and allow anything that doesn't apply to pass through without resistance. There's no urgency, no fixing, and no conclusion yet. This is not a message to consume. It is a shared field of clarity that we are entering together, and from this steadiness, from this grounded presence, we shall begin. Okay? This is Neptune in Aries 2026-2039. This is your identity compression, belief underload, authority return to the body, the Terra Nova stewardship. Field opening, establishing coherence. Welcome to those who did not disappear when clarity went offline. Welcome to those who have learned how to stay when nothing made sense. Welcome to the ones who did not need certainty to remain present. This is not a gathering of seekers. It's not a circle of belief. This is not a ritual. An activation. This is not a promise. This is a coordination point. You are here because your nervous system learned how to stay oriented while reference points dissolved. And when the map failed, you didn't panic. This is not normal. It's not common. Most people attempt to replace lost certainty with loud identities, fast emotion, stronger language, and borrowed authority. What does this mean? You have healed yourself. You're able to feel without the drama. This is a behavior of a node. Right now, the planet is not recruiting personalities. It is stabilizing your position. You understand? I don't care about your persona, your personal feelings, none of that. You should care, though. You should care, for sure. But right now, it's not about none of that. It's about your position, your coherence. Your position is not an ideological, it's a cymatic. You know your cymatic intelligence. This is where you sit in your body, how you regulate under pressure, whether meaning collapses, when sensation intensifies. That is what being assessed. Not judgment, but this is physics. Okay? This moment that we are in, why this is a compression point, not a phase. We are living inside a planetary compression window, not a trend cycle, not a generational mood shift, a compression. Compression occurs when old meaning structures fail simultaneously. Future you, architects, are sensed, but not yet stabilized. And the present can no longer be avoided. Because Neptune is dissolving inherited belief architectures, and Aries is applying pressure to identity and agency. Aquarius is distributing intelligence across non-hierarchical networks. This triangle creates a load. Under loads, fantasy collapses. Under loads, like the weight, borrowed authority fails. Under the load, only what is embodied will remain accessible. Body. Your body is the... Listen. A lot of people trying to escape and leave their body. Your body is the only technology. Your body is also a truth filter. You're going to know those from not by dissonance, by coherence, by who's functional, who's stationed, who's secure, who's positioned, who's in their cymatic. This is universal talk, collective talk. I don't care about your little feelings, your persona, none of that. That's why Neptune is blue. So hot it's cold. He's representing a whole ass generation. A lot of you are the young elders of this new gen, and you want me to chill. No, we got things we got to do. Starters, show up in your cymatic daily so we can get through this month already so we can network. Network is your nervous system, the terrain of the whole fucking planet. They're trying to freeze it. I'm not going to calm down because people are uncomfortable. No, I'm going to punch. Regulate the space. You can regulate the space because you regulated nerves. You can regulate the whole planet too. Did you know that? That's real technology. It's real intelligence. Whoa. Are you not entertained? Can I get purple hearts to whoever's in here? Who's listening right now? Because I just dropped the whole gem. Things will not last under this load. People will collapse under their own dissonance. It's not personal. It's science. If you don't have a regulated nervous system, you will fucking spaz the fuck out. And guess what happens when you do? You can shift the terrain. Thank you for the purple hearts, guys. I appreciate the token of love. It just makes me feel like I'm being heard. Even though I could do without it. But damn. Under the load, only embodied remains. Do you hear me? I don't know where you're going to hear this from. But the point is you heard it, so now that's my job. That's my purpose. Fantasy is collapsing. A lot of you built these arcs and you've been in it for a while. Okay? Now the universe is helping you. These are called signs from the heavens that are going to hit the earth. Do you have a body? There you go. You will be accessible. Not because it cares and it loves and it hates. No, because it's universal. It's systematic. When you grow up and mature, you're going to be like, yo, this dude was yelling at the phone. I needed that. It was so cold. I needed that. You're caught up in the sound field and your feelings. A lot of the stuff was held back from us. You are that motherfucker. And that's not even an ego. They want you to have their way of thinking. We don't think that way. The universe needs you. So when you're done going through that, just know that you, that motherfucker, is the bare minimum. And I'm going to hold you to that. Radiance. This is what's being asked of you. Not because of, ooh, I'm the light. No, you're the light and the dark. And you need to hold universal frame. Who give a damn? 80% of the collective not even real. They're not even real. Let alone developed and been crazy like you. It's not good or bad. That means responsibility. We're showing up, holding the node. That's called foundational, by the way. Foundational race, because you can be entrusted. The universe don't care that the universe cares about capacity, trust, structure, stability, to encode codes. A lot of you are that. Okay, now I'm getting off topic. Let's go. This is why people feel uninterested in old goals. They feel resistant to motivation, allergic to performance, and exhausted by certainty. Nothing is wrong. The system is no longer optimized for narrative identity. It is optimizing for coherence under pressure. Under pressure. Neptune, the invisible operating system. Realizing what I'm talking about. How belief shapes reality without asking permission. Neptune does not operate through logic. It's operating through meaning saturation. What does this mean for you cannot mean what it means for me. What does this mean for you is the saturation. It will govern what feels sacred, what feels real. Sacred and scared are the same. What feels real? What feels worth sacrificing for? What feels inevitable? This is where civilization rise and fall, not because of resources alone, but because of what they believe reality is asking of them. When Neptune shifts the signs, the felt orientation of humanity changes before language can even catch the fuck up. This is why people often experience confusion without cause, grief without an event, motivation loss without depression. Meaning frameworks are dissolving faster than replacement can stabilize. Neptune in Aries, oh boy, does not supply new beliefs. It forces embodiment. So I'm not going to soften my tone. Those that have been temperamented, right? They're not so fragmented and butthurt are going to be able to stay here because they have an embodiment. Furthermore, when they speak, they're going to be able to carry this harmonic and tone with them. Okay? This is an actual instrument. We're playing music right now. Okay? If a belief cannot be lived, it will collapse. If an idea cannot be carried by the body, it will dissolve. See why I look at it as betrayal if you don't show up in your radiance? Because that's what's being required of you. Okay? And where someone thinks you're being too soft, someone else thinks you're being too hard. I don't give a damn. Be you. Don't let no one regulate you. Force the embodiment. If it cannot be lived, it will collapse. They'll fucking leave and come back. Leave and come back. They can't handle it. It's too much. It's not too much because of good or bad. It's just too much information overload. If an idea cannot be carried by the body, it will dissolve, period. That's not personal. That's not me being too much. That's me being very cold, blue, real, raw with you. And I wish someone would talk to me this way sometimes when it comes to generational young elder shit. It's a truth that cannot survive contact with choice. It will evaporate. This is not punishment. What I'm doing is not a punishment. It is a filtration. Thank God for it. This is the end of outsourced spiritual authority. They know it too. A lot of people wanted you to join cults and covenants and groups. Still waiting. This is the end of that. In the way that we know it. Why belief no longer works without a nervous system capacity, okay? When we say nervous system, we're talking about the whole, like the mycelium network of the planet, the terrain. You have different bodies. I'm trusting, I'm not hoping, I trust the people in here know deeply what I'm talking about. And they had to they had to live a whole cycle, developing facets to be able to be this harmonic, neutral deity before me, being able to dabble where need to be needed. There was 22 in the people in this room, by the way, and it disappeared. They have the capacity. It ain't just a quick, they have the capacity, the structure, the stability, the structure. Okay, for centuries, authority lived outside the body, okay? It's the first thing a demon want to say. Who are you? Who gave you the right to speak the way you speaking? How dare you? Listen to me. Who, what, and where, motherfuckers? For centuries, authority lived outside the body. They're mad that you got your own authority, you got your own power. You know? Self-erected, self-governed. Because, wanna know why? For centuries, authority lived outside the body. Institutions, scriptures, leaders, idolatry, these movements, all of it lived outside the body. Neptune and Pisces dissolved faith in these structures. Okay, we're out of that. Neptune and Aries does not replace them. It returns authority to what cymatic reality really is, the base reality. So a lot of us are coming back to our cymatic, and you been that motherfucker. You were just disillusionment. You were fucking you're in the deepest of the deepest ocean possible, to where you had nothing to, everything dissolved. You had all the last 2,000 years, we had nothing to grab. It's like being in the womb with no spine. You're just everything floating, nothing grabs. It's all, there's good and bad. There's like extremism. It's extremism, also escapism. Okay? Because Neptune or Piscean dissolved that. Dissolved everything. But now what's returning is authority to cymatic reality. You will feel it. That's real innate language. That's why I have to talk with this tone. Not a lot of people have the oculars to stay in this tone. It disturbs them. And that's how it's supposed to be. Get your weight up. Do some push-ups. It returns the authority to cymatic reality. Okay, there's a difference. I don't want people to start going live and yelling. That's not what I'm doing. I carry codes, and I'm not saying you do or you don't. You just got to know the difference. Okay? Somatic authority means you can feel truth without inflation. You can act without urgency. These false-ass urgencies. You can pause without collapsing. Somatic authority does not mean do what feels good. It does not mean trust your impulses. It does not mean follow your intuition blindly. Somatic authority means you can feel the truth. You can act without urgency. You can phase without collapsing. Okay? Somatic authority is basically not going to have a conversation with you. It is when if someone walks in a room, a lion walks in a room to a gazelle, they don't need word exchanges. That shit is felt down his spine. See what I'm saying? You getting on my nerves. Yeah, you got to heal. If your nervous system destabilizes under a belief, it is not true for you. Regardless of how beautiful it sounds, the body became the Regardless of how beautiful it sounds. Yep, this is the death of a borrowed truth. Ooh, and for many, it feels like a loss. Aquarius, the network that holds without controlling. This is to the nodes. They're not just leaders. Aquarius is not centralized power. It's distributing the function. You are not here to lead others. You are here to hold your position cleanly. Brush your teeth, wash your ass. Okay? Nodes are not here to persuade. Not here to dominate. Not here to rescue. A node stabilizes signal by remaining coherent. By remaining coherent, by having structure. You know how good it feels to be around someone who has structure? Let me talk real quick. You know how good it feels you could be around somebody that can hold space for you? We could just breathe. You can live. You ever been around someone who can't hold space? You ever been around someone who has no regulated nervous system, so they get lost in everything. They get crazy. Okay? The planet field does not respond to your intentions. It's responding to your state of being. Okay? It's also one of the reasons why I am delivering this message this way, because if you have the atomic structure to get through this message without leaving and coming back, and staying here, relaxing, damn. It's more likely you have the state of being, okay? Every regulated system reduces noise. Every grounded presence reroutes the probability. Every reactive body stabilizes the timeline. Trina said, yeah, people, they're frantic. People that have no structure, they're frantic. She said, oh, I can't. Yeah, for real. This is why urgency stopped working. This is why charisma feels hollow. This is why silence has become very powerful again. The network does not reward the volume. It rewards the clarity. This matters, dude. This is all about the number 11. It's good to know numbers. Okay? You could break that down to the second, the hour. The sun isn't the age moving into the 11th house as well? You could break that down in so many aspects, because it's the 11th cranial nerve in the circle, the 12th house horse in the circle. It's good to know this. Psychology, it's good to know. Neptune in Pisces was crazy. Delusionment, okay? From 2011 to 2026, that's a lot of us had to go on a soul retrieval during that time. Shit was crazy, dude. You gonna sit there and act like it wasn't? That shit hit me like a mom. Neptune dissolved every boundary of your life. Neptune dissolved your whole identity. It dissolved the whole nation. It dissolved all genders. It dissolved all truths. It dissolved all work. It dissolved all time. This produced empathy and confusion, connection and exhaustion, unity and a loss of self. This system needed to dissolve false solidity before emergence could occur. But disillusion cannot be permanent. At the final degree of Pisces, everything that was soft became unsustainable. It's like leaving a cookie in the water and you try to grab the cookie and you can't grab it. It dissolves. That was random, but it came to my head. This is why a lot of motivational vanished, identities collapsed, communities fragmented, and belief systems lost their power. That's because the womb phase ended. Birth requires your pressure. Under pressure. Quiet alchemy. Oh my God, me too, if it was 2011. Yep. So Neptune and Aries. So we just talked about Pisces. Now we're gonna talk about Neptune moving in Aries. This is the load. This is the big bang. This is the spark. Aries is the beginning. It's the head. Okay, like I said, a lot of you are ahead of your time. The era of embodied consequences. Aries introduces what? Action, choice, consequences. It introduces agency. Neptune introduces what? Ideal, meaning, imagination. Together they ask a simple question. What are you willing to carry in your body and live without fucking hiding? Welcome, Iva. Thank you for the repost. Yeah, what are you willing to carry in your body, terrain, regulated nervous system, okay, and live without hiding? Not fighting for, not preaching to, not something to post about, but to actually live. This is the end of spirituality as some type of abstraction, mysticism. This is the end of morality as performance. This is the end of identity without consequences. Those who attempt to do shortcuts and embodiments will burn out. Their system will fry. And I can't wait. Override the system. You shouldn't be wearing other people's shit. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, your body is actually technology. Okay? Those who inflate identity will fracture. Those who rush will destabilize. Okay? A lot of us had to regulate our nervous system. Like I said, a lot of us were ahead of the fucking time. Okay? This is Neptune talk. This is elder talk. This is generational talk. This isn't me, my feelings, persona, Corey, make me feel good talk. No, this is greater than all that. This is why I'm speaking in this tone, because it's so cold. Look at Neptune. What color is Neptune? A lot of you are on your throne. And you have self-regulated. Now the system is self-regulating. Not everyone integrated at the same pace. Not everyone is meant to act immediately. Not everyone needs to lead. Timing is intelligent. Terra Nova, maintenance, not conquest. Why the builder era is, honestly, just beginning and it's ending. The old world rewarded builders in the sense, but this new world is going to require caretakers of coherence. Because in that coherence, we can construct. These people create space and they midwife. They hold the grid, they hold the line, they hold space, they hold the planet. New Earth is now being maintained. Maintenance requires restraint, accuracy, patience, listening. Our stewardship is subtle. And to some, it looks unimpressive. Feels quiet. It is far more powerful than force. And I want to talk about some shadow aspects of what to see in this false urgency that got everyone stressed the fuck out, okay? Spiritualized aggression. Neptune idealizes while Aries is going to accelerate, okay? What comes out first out the womb? The head, right? The head. Aries is the head. Okay? Together, they can produce both a savior complex. It can create holy wars. These are where the holy wars, the last time holy wars. Moral absolutism, impulsive crusades. And it's not because people are evil, but because unintegrated, meaning seeks discharge. Okay? These people can't hold nothing. They spaz. You ever heard of a spaz? They have no structure, no containment, no completion. The antidote is regulation. The antidote is regulated nervous system. Breathing through, tearing. That's the antidote. Not everybody is crazy like you in the sense where they sit with themselves and they breathe through it. They study. You've been quantum jumping and healing since you started. And that is literally why you're a whole ass tower down here. Okay? Stand on business so it can regulate throughout the system and the network. If you're so in a hurry, right, and action cannot wait for clarity, Mr. Aries, you are not aligned. If truth cannot tolerate silence, it is unstable. If belief requires enemies, it is distorted. Okay? We also have Saturn, Neptune in Aries. Oh, this is about to be crazy. You better have your blueprint locked the fuck in. Because when Saturn meets Neptune at the 0-point conjunction, fantasy ends, buddy. Fantasy ends. Visions must become structure. Dreams must accept responsibility, meaning must survive time. This is not the birth of a new ideology. It is the collapse of what all that cannot be maintained. Those with cymatic discipline will thrive. Those addicted to intensity will be exhausted. Again, this is mechanics, not morality or your feelings. Personal impact, how this will show up in a daily life, and you may notice, and I have, less tolerance for bullshit. You have sharper timing. You're more keen. You're taking smaller, but damn, more precise actions. Deeper fatigued right after misalignment. If you know you're not aligned, damn, are you tired? Damn. Rapid recovery after regulation. You're also going to notice when you sit down and breathe, maybe let your mind relax a little and you kind of forget about it and you regulate back. Fast ass recovery. You will learn by doing, not by understanding. Embodiment replaces insight. You better have a body. Oh boy. This is the core invitation and what is actually being asked of you. Not your belief, not your urgency, but ownership. Ownership of your intention. What are you paying attention to? Ownership to your pace. Are you regulated? Are you running, rushing? What is it? Ownership of your actions. Where are you taking action? And ownership of silence. Nothing more, nothing less. Guys, this is a field seal. I'm closing without a collapse. As we close, I want you to remember you are not behind. You are not late. You are not required to act beyond your capacity. The network is already functioning. The intelligence is already routing. The field is stable. Your only responsibility is how cleanly you occupy your position, baby. There will be no saviors coming, no villains to defeat, and no future to chase. Just your beautiful presence, learning how to move accurately through form. Thank you for holding. Thank you for staying. Thank you for not turning uncertainty into noise. Signal stable, node integrity intact, stewardship online, Ashe, transmission complete. Ashe, Star Commander, out.